Goku vs Saitama is one of the oldest anime debates, with the oldest Quora post I could find in this discussion dating back to the 12th of December 2015. This should come as no surprise, seeing that Dragon Ball Super began to air on the 5th of July 2015, and later that same year it will be followed by the One Punch Man anime, which began to air on the 5th of October 2015. Fast forward 8 years, which is this year, and the debate is still as heated as ever. This can be seen with power scaling videos made less than a month ago from the making of this video, raking in tens of thousands of views. In fact, it's so absurd that I guarantee you, the person watching this video can make a new YouTube channel, make and post a shitty Saitama vs Goku video, will get at least 1,000 views. The reason this debate has not died or gotten resolved is because the arguments have continued to evolve as both stories continue to release new content, providing fans with more feats to argue over. The Goku vs Saitama debate in 2023 is vastly different from what it sounded like back in 2015. In the early days of this debate, the One Punch Man series was still relatively new. As a result, Saitama did not have many valid arguments to put him over or beneath Goku power scaling wise. On the other hand, Goku had absolute dominance when it came to power scaling due to his most iconic argument, which all of you know by this point, his clashing of fists with Beerus to shake the universe. An argument which was popularized by Seth the Programmer and ex-friend Chuck in his older deleted or privated videos, which is now echoed by many as Goku's definitive scaling. This caused Goku to skyrocket to universal tier of power, leaving Saitama in the dust when it comes to power scaling. Meanwhile, for a very long time, Saitama's highest scaling was in his fight against Boros, where he punched away the collapsing star Roaring Cannon, an attack capable of wiping off Earth's surface or destroying the planet entirely using a serious punch. Saitama fans noticed that their favorite Baldi lacked any arguments to put him over Goku. So what did they do? They resorted to the Saitama is a gag character argument, which gave them a nearly impenetrable argument, because every time Dragon Ball fans would debate using feats, it didn't matter because Saitama is a gag character that one-shots every other character in fiction. This was fueled by the name of the manga/anime being literally One Punch Man, but a crack in this argument came in the form of this manga panel here, stating Saitama took damage, a crack which Goku fans exploited to argue against Saitama, asserting that if he took some damage from a planet level being, Goku, who is universal and beyond, would obliterate the Kid Baldi. Goku fans also asserted that Saitama using a serious punch to deal with a planet level being is pathetic because it shows he used his full power in that fight. This pissed off many Saitama fans, so they said, you know what, let's downplay Goku's feat against Beerus by using moronic reasoning such as, oh, Beerus was the one who caused the shockwaves, not Goku. A desperate attempt to bring down Goku from a universal scale to an absurd planet level downplay to justify Saitama beating him. Another downplay tactic was, oh, we've never seen Goku destroy a planet, therefore he can't be universal. He must be island level at best, stupidity at its finest. This has however gotten better over the years, and it's widely accepted that Goku is universal at above. For those who are not so retarded and try to use some logic to put Saitama above Goku, they use the Saitama is a limitless argument, which is still a bit stupid but better compared to the gag argument. People who use this argument mostly avoided the Saitama is a gag character argument, but they believe that since he broke his limiter, he is limitless or has limitless power. This was backed up by Dr. Genius, stating that Saitama pushed himself to his limit and somehow managed to remove his limiter. Therefore, they concluded his power must be immeasurable. The clue that made these arguments stick, giving them more power, was the fact that Saitama had never been pressed to fight seriously at that point in time. So it was easier for Saitama fans to argue that since we've never seen his full power, no one can prove Goku is stronger than him. Fast forward a few years and a new meta was introduced, enter Ultra Instinct. The introduction of Ultra Instinct equipped Goku fans with a new counter-argument, which immediately crippled one of the Saitama fanboys' favorite, the Saitama one-shots everyone argument. If Goku can dodge all of Saitama's attacks, even if he has the power to one-shot him, he couldn't, because Goku would just dodge all of his attacks. At that time, the counter-argument was very powerful because Ultra Instinct was presented as an untouchable form in the anime. It left such an impact that most people truly believed Goku can dodge absolutely anything in this state. However, this counter-argument has grew weaker as time went on, and it was indeed proven Ultra Instinct is not untouchable. Moro clapped Omen Goku, Granola one-shot mastered Ultra Instinct's Goku, and so the Saitama fans were back at it again. Saitama one-shots Goku because he's limitless, or the oh, he's a limitless gag character. Things continued like this, causing the debate to grow stagnant, with either side refusing to let up. It was until something huge happened in July 2022. Finally, Saitama gets to face off against a worthy opponent, that being Cosmic Garo, a fight that literally broke the internet, driving One Punch Man fans crazy while simultaneously loading them with new and fresh ammunition. From punching away what seemed like multiple galaxies to sneezing away Jupiter's gases and unveiling its core, using a form of time manipulation, the caped Baldy seemed untouchable in the eyes of his fans, reinforcing in their minds that indeed Saitama does beat Goku. They were like, yes, we've finally proven Goku is fodder compared to Saitama. Or so they thought. Saitama's fight against Garo created holes and severely crippled the arguments which Saitama fans held so dearly. People who still use that Saitama is a gag character who one-shots every character in fiction began to sound stupid because Saitama was literally not holding back against Garo, evidenced by his consistent use of serious punches which Garo tanks was not being severely damaged by them. What makes it even worse is when you consider that Saitama was fighting with the intent to kill due to the supposed death of Genos. After the hype died down, all that was left was to discuss the feats witnessed during the battle, and the most impressive attack potency feat that Saitama performed was the Serious Punch Squared, which has been calculated to multi-galaxy using high-ball interpretations and multi-solar system level for a more reasonable interpretation. As for speed, Saitama skipping around the rocks of his serious table flip on the moon of Jupiter demands MFTL plus speed, which are speeds above 1,000 times the speed of light, speeds which Goku had already demonstrated in the Namek saga of Dragon Ball Z. After examination of Saitama's feats and comparing them to Goku's, it became clear that Goku stomps and Saitama stands no chance. This left Saitama fans in denial, so they resorted to desperate arguments. Saitama manipulating time and his exponential growth he received in order to beat Cosmic Garo. Let's analyze these arguments to see if they hold any weight. Saitama's exponential growth is nothing compared to what Goku has dealt with, such as the likes of Broly, who went from base Vegeta level to requiring a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta just to stop him. Broly's growth is very insane when you break it down. A base Gogeta is already stronger than a Super Saiyan Blue Goku or Vegeta, yet he stacks Super Saiyan Blue on top of his base, which is already higher than Blue Goku. That is literally Super Saiyan Blue squared. Yet Gogeta failed to one-shot Broly, who not so long ago was equal to base Vegeta. Bare minimum, Broly got millions to tens of millions of times stronger in a few hours, and even that's a low ball. Now compare that to Saitama's growth and it's a joke in comparison. Even if Saitama was to grow exponentially against Goku, his starting point of multi-galaxy level is too low when compared to Broly, who was already low multiversal in base, so he wouldn't grow fast enough to catch up or even surpass Goku. As for the time manipulation thing, it's just dumb to use this argument, as it was a once-off thing, and even if I was to grant him this ability, it doesn't mean Saitama has immeasurable speed. He was just using a time technique which is not indicative of his own speed. Another angle Saitama fans like to use is that he could just go back in time and kill Goku as a baby or a kid, but they forget that time travel works different in Dragon Ball, that Saitama would just create a separate timeline where Goku doesn't exist without affecting the Goku he was fighting with. But even with all the debate, evidence presented, and a whole lot of pointless argument, this debate is one which will never end, and as both stories continue, changes will occur and the wave will start all over again. The only thing that can end this debate is for both stories to conclude having shown the maximum capabilities of both these characters. But even then, I doubt that this debate will end, because the Saitama is a gag character is a stupid argument that will likely withstand the test of time. But with all that said, Goku still stomps Saitama.